Tonight, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Alex Smith and the Washington football team taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Danny Johnson returning. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by a man who's taken a long and courageous road back to the NFL, their veteran quarterback, Alex Smith.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
Keeps himself upright, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync, otherwise your quarterback gets hit.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Smith. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Shaquille Barrett in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both first and second down. Well, someone came to play today.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage right now.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Smith. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Levante David. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep, Jadon Mickens. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Skirts by him at the 35. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. First try on offense for the Bucs and their veteran quarterback, Tom Brady.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy that springs for the good stuff.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer 1st.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And some room to maneuver. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer 1st. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 14. 11 yards there, 1st down. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 14 yards. And the Bucs have taken a 1st quarter lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your 1st drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Johnson now returning. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Time to spotlight the quarterback, Alex Smith. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. On first down, it's Smith. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. William Golston. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Buccaneers 7, Washington 0.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Smith. Open man here, Sims complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Smith. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short game that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Brady now on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back near his goal line, here's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
A shotgun give to Fournette, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Brady gives this one off to Jones. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll go out of bounds, and looks like right at the 40. Brown, his first catch. It's a first down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you've got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks, because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 13-yard line. Buccaneers. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. His pass caught at the 4. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay.
From 13 yards out. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Extra point try now for Succop. And it's good to make it 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay.
Bradley Pinion.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return, Washington will take over.
Time to spotlight the quarterback, Alex Smith. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. Smith on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on second down. Smith. He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. From the gun, Smith. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Brady. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And the Buccaneer first down.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Suckup now for the Tampa Bay field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
17. Washington, nothing.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Returning it, Johnson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The final shot here before break. Smith looking long for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It's something we've said a million times, but we were treated to a fine performance in the first half from Tom Brady. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's Brady. Jimmy Moreland there on the stop. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Brady, his throw incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
4th down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
On 1st down, Smith. And this will be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again, Smith, and down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Smith. The throw taken in by Sims. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
stepping up. He'll try and run. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Now that run, that's exactly why you stay with the running game. You don't abandon it totally. You stick with it, keep telling your guys to stay motivated, and they found a crease on that play.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They run the option on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half-yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
54 is Mike.
On 3rd and short to get to the tight end. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 1st and 10, Smith. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
A gain of 7.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, Smith. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Throwing again is Smith. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Smith's pass intended for number 89. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. Open man here, Sims complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at FedEx Field.
It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. Washington on third down.
They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, Smith. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin there to make the grab.
And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it's 17-7. So that one a 13-play drive in total.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Brady now on 1st down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Now Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Here's Brady to throw.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They will run it. It's McKissick. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the 31, Smith. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas.
Complete to Logan.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, here's Smith. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Sims. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Smith throwing again. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Here we go. Here we go.
Smith on first down.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Logan Thomas there to make the grab.
And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. That time a 6-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Bucs are on this one. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Washington, thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.